Hey, what's up, gang, 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 gang? You already know what it is. It's Mike and I'm back with another YouTube episode. You can see right now my background is looking really crazy, and I'm looking crazy myself. I actually was woken up by the construction workers and the super because they're fixing some things in my apartment. So today's video is gonna be about the do's and don'ts of moving in your first apartment. Right now, I'm looking really crazy. They literally was banging on the door like, bang, 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 bang. Wake up! And I'm like, who the fuck am I doing? He's like, super. I'm like, okay, let me get dressed. About to go take a little quick shower, wash my face, get a little myself together. And I'll just be right back to tell you guys what's going on. So, we are back. I took a shower, I brushed my teeth, and I'm clean. So on a serious note, this video is going to be about the do's and the don'ts of when you first move into your first apartment. Like, I had my parents help me, but I don't know, it didn't feel like help. Like, it felt like I was just on my own. Like, it was weird. But basically, I decided to make a list of the do's and the don'ts and things that I have learned along the way so far that I feel like it will help someone else out there who's moving to their first apartment, especially if they're as young as I am or even younger, because there's people who are younger than me and they even own homes. So it's like, can y'all at least make a guide for me too? Because when I own my own home at 24, I need to know the things I shouldn't and should do. Start off with the don'ts. Don't sign anything without reading it thoroughly. That includes your lease and any other paperwork they would like you to sign. Don't sign anything before. Read it. Take your time and read it. I know the packages are huge and it can be frustrating, but read it. It's very important. And you don't want to be asked out in the end when it's time to go. Don't be afraid to ask for help. So that's asking friends, family members, anybody really, because you're gonna need help. It's not an easy process. Doing it by yourself, I know it can be a lot. You might need friends to help you move your clothing, you might need friends to help you move your furniture, you might need family to even help you fund you and give you money towards your furniture, because things are really expensive. Like a nice couch is like $2,000, $3,000. Everything adds up, and sometimes you can ask for help. That's something that I'm facing right now. I have came out of my ego and out of my shell and decided I'm gonna ask for help, because it's not easy. You do need help. Don't start your utilities until your move-in date, but that also depends on your lease, because sometimes you can call your electricity bill and tell them that you want to put it in your name, but sometimes in your lease, your electricity is already in your rent, so you won't have to do that. But find that out first. This is why you read the lease. If you are moving on your own, this is for the people who are moving on your own. Don't be afraid to be on your own. I would say for the first 2 weeks, I was very scared, very anxious. I was a little bit terrified just to think like, what if someone was to break in here and like, you know, you see the things on TV where they break into their house and put a gun to their head and it's like, whoa, that's pretty intense. How do you act? But don't be afraid. If you believe in God, He got you. What your belief is into, praise to them and pray that they, you know, secure you and keep you safe, because that was like the main thing with me. I was really scared of being alone and living on my own, not with my mother or my sisters. It just felt very weird not to have anyone here. It just felt very unsafe. But as time progresses, you realize like, I'm good. Like, I can do this. It's no biggie. I'm fine. So don't be afraid when you're moving on your own. It's worth it in the end. You can walk around your house naked. You can drop something on the floor and pick it up later if you want to. You don't have to worry about anybody in your space. This is your safe haven. It's yours. Like, just be happy that it's yours. Don't splurge on unnecessary items. But when you first move in, you're gonna have the urgency to just want to buy everything. Be patient. Calm down. Relax. Take it easy. This is yours. You signed your lease. Take it easy. Don't buy unnecessary stuff. Buy the things that are necessary. Toothpaste, cleaning products. The things that are necessity that you know you will need on a day-to-day basis. Everything else can come after. Just worry about you making sure you're comfortable for the time you are there until you get your furniture and all the things that build your home. But you know, just get the norm: soap, rags, towels. You feel me? Don't rush the process of getting furniture. That is something that I am going through as well, because I want my furniture now. Like, let me show you guys, for example. We're gonna take this off of here. So, if you guys saw earlier, the blow-up bed is in the living room because, let me show you. Bed finally came, and now I'm waiting. I don't know why I keep saying we're as if it's someone else who lives here, but now I'm waiting for the foundation and my mattress. So you gotta have patience. In the last video, I didn't even have that. Things take time, and especially if you move around the holiday. Like, the bed was supposed to come December 27th. It came January 5th. Like, you know, like, you just have to be patient. Don't have an expectation. Don't think everything is going to be perfect when you first move in, because it's not. That's not the reality of it. Things take time. Everyone is moving on their own time. So you have to just take it easy, take a breather. Breathe with me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And open your eyes. Take it easy. Take a breather. You see, I look lighter. I look more happier. So that is my don't list. It probably will grow as time progresses, because I'm still learning of things to don't do. Other things to do. Do read your lease. I'm gonna say it again, read your lease. You have to read your lease. If you don't read your lease, you won't know what you're doing. You have to read your lease. Read your lease. Oh shit. Here all exposing and stuff. You do need to inspect the apartment. Check everything. Check the pipes, check the wall, check the floor, check the AC, check the fridge, check the bathroom, check the room, check the windows, check under the cabinet, check inside the cabinet. Move things out of your way. You have to check every single thing. If you can move it and check behind it, because you don't want to wait until months in that you realize something is wrong, because then they're gonna look and say, well, how do you know it wasn't you? And what you gonna say? They don't care. You've been there for long enough, you should have checked it. You do also need to learn your neighborhood. Find out your local grocery store, find out your local yoga studio, because you all need some damn yoga because you're crazy. Find out the local restaurant in your neighborhood, find out your local Chinese restaurant. Like me, for example, I don't know how to make rice. So when I first moved in, I was cooking like the poultry dishes, and then I'll have to buy my side, which is rice and vegetables. So I will make my chicken, make some barbecue chicken, jerk chicken, or whatever, or some salmon. Then I'll have to go outside and buy my rice. So you should definitely check to see where's your local Chinese restaurant. Anything near you, just check the whole neighborhood. Find out everything you need to find out about your neighborhood. And even find out your local drug dealer. You never know. Oh, this is my cousin. Say hi.
Wow, looking dread.
You called me on FaceTime while I was recording. She's having oh, I can't tell nobody.
I'm having a party.
So my cousin just called me, and her birthday just passed, so she just let me know that she got the gift that I sent her. Back to what I was saying. Oh shit, girl. Expose me.
I'm playing.
You do need to learn your management, your building managers, the super in the building. I'm not sure if it's the same in every state, but whoever runs like your complex or your apartment building, learn those people, because when things happen, you need to call them, you need to get their numbers, you need to email them. You want to make sure you're on top of getting the contacts that is needed for if anything does go wrong in the apartment. Very important. Also, make sure you read the rules of your building. Like, I know some buildings are smoke-free buildings, which you do know you cannot smoke in those, but you want to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, because especially there are some buildings where you cannot have guests after a certain time. Absurd, right? I know, I was thinking the same thing. So it's like, to be safe, just read the rules. I think the main thing with getting your own apartment or house or anything that you want to own, read. Make sure you read, because you don't want to get into something and you end up hating it at the end, or not even at the end, in the beginning, the middle. You don't want to end up hating it, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you read just so you know what you're getting yourself into, because you don't want to get into something and you can't get out of it for 2 or 3 years or 1 year. That will really suck. But besides that, do enjoy it. It is very important to make sure you enjoy that milestone in your life. You are on your own. You are blessed with the opportunity to have your own. Take the advantage of being in your own place, because not a lot of people have their own place. Not a lot of people can even get the money to afford their own place. Not a lot of people are blessed with the opportunity, like, period. Just be grateful for the fact that you got something that many cannot get. Like, I am so grateful that I got my first apartment at 22, 1 bedroom in New York City. Amazing. Like, that right there it gives me goosebumps. Before, don't get me wrong, I was very ungrateful. I was actually really downplaying this apartment when I first got it, because I had like a high expectation. That's why I said in the don't list, don't have an expectation, because it takes away the gratitude from it all, and you don't want that. But now, what? I love my apartment. I never want to leave. I want to be in my house, chilling, relaxing, doing whatever I want to do in here, because it's mine. You feel me? Like, you hear the keywords? It's mine. It can be a lot, but it's all worth it in the end. Like, everyone keeps telling me that, and I'm starting to see what they're saying. Like, it can be a lot. It is a lot. It's definitely a lot, but it's all worth it in the end. Don't forget that part of it all. It's all worth it in the end. Y'all already know what it is. I hope you like the do's and the don'ts list that I have for those of you who are moving into your first apartment. The list is gonna grow as you go, because it is your first apartment. You're gonna realize things that you don't normally realize. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think you're doing? You think you're gonna come on here and not like, comment, and subscribe? Do you think that I'm gonna let you leave without like, comment, and subscribing? Oh, okay. Just making sure. I don't wanna fight. But you already know what it is. It's Mikey on a mic. Stay blessed, never stressed. Mikey on a mic, out.